Hello everyone, welcome back. So today I'm playing the Elder Dragon against Aurelion Soul. Since I need to beat him with a Runeterra champion, I thought I might as well. I'll play the Elder Dragon and get a win that way. Out of the gates. That can be good. Do we have any good 2-drops to cheat out? The Blue Sentry. That's it. Maybe we'll get some better 2-drops in the future. So this can be an investment of sorts. The unyielding determination on the decision might prove a bit tricky. Let's keep one sharp sight and one strafing strike. I think keeping control of the board early is a necessity. Okay. We can go ahead and give Overwhelm to the Wounded White Flame. He doesn't grow every turn, right? Yeah, it's just when the foe summons a unit, give it +1/+1. Just making sure that I don't get screwed somehow by some unforeseeable circumstance. Very weak turns from the opponent. I might even be able to go 2 into 5. No, let's go for the category instead. Throw our Wounded White Flame a little bit. Let's give him some impact. And when we heal our units, so that's nice. I accidentally gave the hobby. I gave the Wounded White Flame spell shield instead of Overwhelm. My bad. It should be fine. Next turn we'll be able to go for the Elder Dragon. Although he's not actually leveled up or even close to it. Let's go ahead and back with everything. We'll pull the faces of the old ones, sure. Wait, what? Oh, right, I forgot. Unyielding determination. I thought this was going to be game over. Really? An attack? Okay, that explains why he's attacking. It's still not that good. Because he's spending his whole turn killing something that's not really relevant. Now I can just attack with my entire board and kill him. There. Pretty simple first game. Maybe I should have gone a little more aggressive and rerolled for a better power. I didn't really feel the impact of the first power we chose this game. But maybe this is for the best. Now I can spend my rerolls on the champion, the support champion. When an ally with 5+ power dies, create a random follower with 5+ power in hand. That's an interesting way to get some extra value. And it's basically free. So I'll take it. This would be a 5-cost card because of the Dragon Sire 2. I think the gentle gem dragon is definitely the correct choice, but I want some fun choice instead. Let's get some random cards in our hand. Sejuani gets affected by the Dragon Sire. Wolf Rider is decent. And the other options are pretty terrible. Do I take the Sejuani? You know what? I think Sejuani is good enough, even though Wolf Rider and Ruthless Raider are not exactly the best cards. Aurelion Soul with Duplicate. Okay, so he can just completely screw me over. Swain with Unyielding Determination, and Ezreal with Unstable Inventory. The mid bosses are not that threatening, but the final boss sure is. Karma with Unyielding Determination is scary as well. But I want to go for the shop, so I have to take Heron. How do I want to do this? Should I just keep everything? I'm going to keep everything. Maybe I should have tossed back the Wounded White Flame. But it's fine. Let's go for the Hulking Brood Mother. And we'll follow it up with a Cadegreen. He probably will play Karma right away. That's what I thought. We'll just have to jump block Karma constantly. Maybe it was a mistake to try and take on Karma. He's got such a massive end. The extra card advantage over me might be what screws me. Let's see if he blocks. Of course he does. Well, at the very least this sets up a kill with the Cadegreen, so it doesn't block the second attack. But it's still not great. I think the way we win this game is by leveling the Elder Dragon. What's he doing? Recall an ally to give an enemy vulnerable this round. That's unfortunate. Well, I suppose now Karma is significantly smaller. So that's nice. And at that mana value, you should have nothing to stop this from happening. Okay, so I can just go ahead and block with the Ruby-Eyed Conjurer, and then next turn I can go ahead and attack with Cadegreen. We'll play it slow. I could have killed Karma right away, but I'll wait before killing her because he has the thing. Maybe I should have killed Karma right away. Definitely terrible. I need either an Elder Dragon or something better. Well, let's pass. Just waste all of our mana. Okay, that's perfect. Exactly what we needed. Recalling the Elder Dragon does nothing because his cost already reduced. All it does is make it so I can just play him again. I do suppose this means I have just enough mana for one of the spells I have in hand instead of both of them. Perfect. And by doing it this way, I think I can get Elder Dragon halfway leveled up. At the very least. He probably has a karma in hand. He definitely does. Recall an ally. Children of the Forest. Well, I'll kill him now. And he gets the Unyielding Determination proc, which is to be expected. Let's go ahead and give the green spell shield since our Elder Dragon already gives everything overwhelm. Let's get some more survivability in the form of the Chemtech Light effect. And hopefully we'll be able to kill the opponent next turn after we survive his attack. Yeah, that's fine. Does he really not have a second karma? He must have gotten very unlucky because he shuffled a bunch of them into his deck. Let's go ahead and block here. Go ahead and block here, 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 and here. For the sake of protecting our Elder Dragon, I'm going to do this. For the sake of keeping the level up of the Elder Dragon a possibility, I'm going to save the Wounded White Flame. This way I can go for an attack with an 11 plus a 19, or a 10 plus a 19, it's 29, which is more than enough to level up the Elder Dragon. It might not have been necessary, but it's just a precaution, just in case he has some spell or something that could have possibly removed one of my units from the board. Well, now we managed to beat Karma, and it was not as much of a struggle as I thought it was going to be. Guard the Ancient. You know what? It's 6 mana, it goes down to 4. It's pretty decent for board control as a 4 mana unit, so we'll take him. Let's go for the shop. Ocean Drake. Now let's wait. Before buying the Ocean Drake line, wait, nope. Feral Senses. You know what, I'll take it. It might be decent to rig our draws so that they're good for us. Ocean Drake with Nomad's Medallion. Does that work? You play a fast speed, slow speed, or skill. Kill your Nexus one. I am going to take 2 just to test if it works or not. Because theoretically the base cost is still 6 plus, it just gets reduced by the Nomad's Medallion, and then it gets further reduced by the Dragon Sire. In fact, I'm so confident it's going to work, I'm going to take all of them. There. Time to face off against the Gangplank with perfected mana flow. If it works the way I think it does, then I shouldn't have nothing to worry about. Let's skip this hand, it's fine. Need to get rid of the bad 2-drops in my deck. They're definitely being a bit of a nuisance. That's the second time I get a bad 2-drop. Let's get Sejuani going. We can play her after this turn, right? So that's good for me. Let's go ahead and pull like this. He's going to play Gangplank on his next turn. So I need to be prepared for that somehow. I think the sharp side should help prepare for Gangplank. And I'll hold the mana so that I have enough spell mana to go Sejuani into Strafing Strike if needed. Let's go ahead and play this Sejuani so Gangplank becomes Frostbitten. Now we have a way to kill Gangplank next turn by using the Usgar the Ancient. And we'll pass and hopefully everything works out. He has 8 mana, he can place a lot of cards that screw us here, but hopefully he doesn't. Okay, nothing. Really. I still have 4 mana, so I have options if necessary. He's getting a lot of powder kegs going. Really? Nothing. I don't want to test my luck, so I won't use the sharp side to save the Usgar. Just not dying is fine, and removing Gangplank as well. Let's try to rig our next draw. None of these are good, so let's skip. Now let's see what he does. He's killing the Usgar. That's fine with me. He's overkilling it even. Dealing 2 damage and wasting a powder keg is definitely not worth it for a unit with 1 health. Right. He gets a Dreadway. Fortunately, I'm pretty sure I have a way to remove it in the form of the Strafing Strike, the Sejuani. Let's go ahead and drop the Otrani Dragon Whisperer, so I have a little bit of health. Oh, so I restore a little bit of health back. I can even go Elder Dragon, and I can attack with the Elder Dragon and kill the opponent. The Elder Dragon won't level up, right? But I don't need the Elder Dragon to level up. I just need to kill the opponent. Perfect. So far so good. Considering the way this run's going, the only challenging portion might be the last few fights against the Aurelion Soul and the cards that are the fights before him. Incisive Tactician. I can sacrifice my feral senses for a epic power. You know what? I think I will. Let's see what we got. Yip's Genius. Oh, that's terrible. We have no 0/1 cost allies, and getting more 1 cost allies is terrible. And just to taunt me, I get the second Yip's Genius here. Erastin the Disgraced for 6. Eternal Gladiator for 5. I don't want to get too many top heavy cards, but Erastin is very fun, so I'll take 2 copies of it. Do I want to use a reroll just to try to get some power that's affordable here? You know what? I will. Raiding Party, sure. It's not ideal, and it might not even have synergy with my deck, but it's better to have it than not to have anything at all. Let's see. Let's toss this Wolf Rider. Keep everything else. We can go Usgar on the next turn if the Blue Sentinel dies here. So that's nice. I can go for the Ocean Drake. It works the way I thought it did, so that's good for me. Nah, let's go for the Usgar. Uh-oh. Okay. Maybe I should have gone for the Ocean Drake. The opponent is not killing my Blue Sentinel. And he got an Annie. That's unfortunate. And he's going to level up very fast with the Ezreal. Giving a static shock every turn. The 2 damage here is fine, I can heal it up with the Ocean Drake. Actually, the Ocean Drake has elusive. I forgot about that. Maybe I should have played the Ocean Drake just to avoid taking the damage from the Ezreal. It's fine. Next turn I'll drop down the Usgar. Go ahead and remove the Ezreal. Or the Annie. No, let's remove the Ezreal. I'll leave an Ocean Wheel just to heal up the Blue Sentinel and ensure I can kill the Annie with the Blue Sentinel. Perfect. Nothing can screw me here. Actually, the opponent getting the Excavator's charge on Ezreal does screw me a little bit, because now Ezreal survives. But hey, I can go ahead and Strafing Strike on one of my big units to kill the Ezreal, so I still have that option. Let's go ahead and do it on the Usgar. It does nothing? Really? That's odd. I thought he was going to answer with something, but maybe he has a second Ezreal in hand. I'm quite enjoying the Ocean Drake actually. Even though I'm getting pinged quite frequently, I'm still practically at full HP. Should I go Elder Dragon here? You know what? I will, just so all of my units get overwhelmed. Refill your mana to full. Draw all 6+ cost followers from the top 6 cards of your deck. It's not that often that the power comes up, the champion spell for the Elder Dragon comes up. So I need to do a slight refresher on what it did. But it doesn't matter because the opponent just dies here. Nice. We're making good time. Let's see. What rewards do I get from this victory? Arcane Knowledge, Quick Strike Blade. Actually, Quick Strike Blade is perfect. It speeds up the leveling up of the Elder Dragon by a lot. Inheritance. When an ally dies, grant its power to a unit in hand. I'll take it, just because power is relevant to leveling up the Elder Dragon. And I guess I want the champion item chest. So we'll have to face off against Zoe. Gibbs Genius is just over there, taunting me. Let's keep everything, toss the unit with the Farsight Alteration back into our deck. Okay. we're just consistently getting the Dragon Allegiant out of the gates. Ocean Drake here is great. The opponent's obviously going to play a Zoe, and this way we'll have a way to block said Zoe. Or in this case both Zoes, because the opponent has duplicate. We'll have to kill them turn after this one. I don't want Zoe to level up, but I still have time. So I shouldn't stress over it that much. Okay, that's unfortunate. The opponent just got the lucky and then the unit that would block one of the Zoes. I took a bit of damage, but I can heal it back up with the Ocean Drake. The opponent overdrew something. Nice. Let's go ahead and get Tough. Oh, and we even got Deathless that I was considering already tough. Nice. Let's go ahead and attack. Really? You don't want to block? I suppose he doesn't want to risk the Zoe. Maybe he thinks his game winning place to level up Zoe. Oh, that's not good. How do I survive? I survive, but it's not pretty. I mean, with the Elder Dragon on board, I can heal quite a bit of health next turn, so I should just play a unit that costs 6 or more to get some more healing off of the Ocean Drake, and then I'll heal a bunch with the Elder Dragon. And by a bunch I mean 6 probably. Okay, it just took the damage. I guess he didn't want to live, even though he could have. He just had to block with the Scholarly Climber. Fine by me. Let's see. What kind of rewards do we get off of this? Quick Strike Blade on the Ocean Drake. You know what, I'll take it just so we have a higher density of Ocean Drakes. It's a very good card at 2 mana. Who knew that getting a 6 mana unit for 2 mana instead was a good thing? Savage Shield or Spell Shield? Spell Shield's a way to ensure that the Elder Dragon doesn't get removed. So we'll take that option instead of the extra stats. I mean, it won't be relevant once Elder Dragon levels up, but as things are, if things keep going the way they are, I'm just dropping the Elder Dragon without leveling him up every time. So this is fine. Let's go ahead and play the Grey Apothecary first and then go for the Ocean Drake, just to see what the opponent does. Mountainous Figure is great to ensure that my unit survives a little bit more. Do I want to attack like this? You know what, sure. Even if he blocks the Ruthless Raider and kills it, I still keep the power it has. And this ensures that he doesn't have an... Okay, he actually does in the form of the Ocean Drake. I was about to say this ensures he doesn't have an easy target for the Fiora, but he does. Dragon Allegiant, save me please. Okay, that's the second Ocean Drake. And I'll get something from the Grey Apothecary. That's nice. I just have to survive up to 6 mana. Stage 1 is good as well. It gives us an attack on the Fiora, and I can get an attack here. No, I can't. Did he use a Fiora to give the Fiora? Yes, it did. So it no longer has a Fiora in hand. Or he has one less Fiora in hand. Do I attack here? He would just block with the Fiora, which would make the attack pointless. So let's not do that. Still need something that saves me. I guess I'll play the Ocean Drake. Try to keep myself alive somehow. And deal a little bit of damage to the opponent, so that maybe we can finish him off with the Elder Dragon. Cataclysm's scary. He's going to level up Fiora here. Fiora is one of the game win effect. That's not good. I need to remove the Fiora somehow. Can I remove the Fiora somehow? That's the real question. I don't think so. Maybe I'll drop down the Elder Dragon here and he will just choose not to block. That could be something that happens. And it did. I guess he thought he was going to get another turn after this. It's so weird. Sometimes they'll just choose not to block when you get a free attack with a unit. They probably think, the AI probably thinks it's a bad idea to just block a free attack for some reason, even though he could have. And Scarred River. Oh look, it's the one drop that actually benefits from the Yip's genius. I'll take it just for the Yip thing. Green's funny. Memory game. You know what? Memory game is a good way to avoid running out of value. Do I want the Green? It's a 7 mana. No, that's a bit too slow. Let's not take the Green. Even though it would be pretty funny to buff up all of our dragons by +4/+4. It's just too slow. Let's go ahead and keep this entire hand. We'll get a 2-drop here. Okay. Perfect. And we'll even get the Unscarred River, just in case we needed an extra play. I think we'll drop the Unscarred River just because it's just such a good blocker here. And now we have a 5/4 on turn 1. Pretty good. Let's go ahead and drop down the Ocean Drake instead of the Unscarred River, because Ocean Drake is such a good card. Oh no. Well, I guess I'll get another Ocean Drake off of the memory game. That's fine by me. Let's go attacking ahead and attack with everything. Work towards the Elder Dragon level up. He is growing that City Breaker by quite a bit. And he's slowly chipping away at my health. But thanks to the Ocean Drakes, I'm keeping myself alive. Do I want another Ocean Drake? You know what, I think I do. And I can afford to just not play anything here. Let's trade. the 5 attack unit, sure. I think I can just survive off of playing the Ocean Drakes and getting free attacks off of them as well. Let's go ahead and Ocean Drake again. Get Infernal Might and Impact. And we'll keep healing ourselves with the Ocean Drake effects. Oh, right. That's something that I have to deal with. I forgot that was going to show up eventually. Well, I think it's time we break the Ocean Drake chain. Let's go ahead and prepare to play the Sejuani next turn. Actually, it's not necessary. I didn't even realize I had lethal on board. Man, if only we could cut some cards from our deck, that would be perfect. Trimming down the deck just so I could get the Ocean Drakes more consistently would be perfect. Let's go ahead and get some spells. Ice Shard. Doubling dice, you know what? Doubling dice on the Prismatic Barrier can be good. Time to cut some cards. Let's cut the Ruthless Raider. It's definitely cluttering up our out of the gates power. And I'm definitely taking out the other Sejuani support card, the Wolf Rider, as well, because it's bad. I don't think I've played it a single time, even when I had the option to do so. Okay, not the perfect opening hand, but it's not that bad. I think we can go for a drawn out game just because the opponent has the Unyielding Determination, so I won't be able to kill him that easily. Although a drawn out game against Swain doesn't sound that great. Once he levels up Swain, things will be problematic for me. Let's go ahead and get some blockers going. Really, no attacks. In that case, I'm going to go ahead and give Spell Shield to Usgar as a safety precaution, so he can't be easily removed when I attack next turn. Toughness also helps with that. The Oceanic will not exactly what I wanted, but it's fine. Let's go ahead and attack with everything. This might not be ideal because it gives fodder for the Suffer power, so Swain becomes a little bit closer to leveling up off of this. Oh, Ocean Drakes. You know what? I can go for the Ocean Drake and then go for a Sharp Sight. So I'll do that, just that. And next turn I can go for Erastines if necessary. Getting some extra stats on the Usgar is pretty good. Means he kills Swain right away. Do I want to go for Erastine? You know what, Erastine is fun, so let's do it. Let's give him Challenger as well. And Fearsome. But it already had Fearsome. A little bit redundant, unfortunate. But the rest is fine. This kills the opponent. And it actually minimizes plus damage because I only wasted one damage. Normally I would have wasted more damage. Do I want to Sharp Sight? You know what, I'll Sharp Sight just so I get some more items on the Uzgar. The card was going to be wasted because it's fleeting anyway, so might as well. Weapons of the Lost. Interesting. Well, time to drop down the Elder Drake and level him up. This levels him up, right? No, but it's close to it. Okay. I see. Well, Sejuani is leveled up, even though it's not going to be relevant. The Elder Dragon levels up here, even though it's not going to be relevant as well. The opponent's already dead on board anyway. The opponent just accepts that he's going to take a billion damage. Funny. And we beat the second mid boss. So far this run's not proving to be that troublesome. Ninja Tabi on the Elder Dragon. You know what? Sure. It ensures that his attack connects with the opponent's nexus. Fixer Upper or Disarmed. Fixer Upper works with our out of the gates, meaning we'll have quite a decent board presence on the early game, so sure. We'll save the rerolls for the epic shop. We'll try what would be a good epic power to get here. I'm not even sure. Ocean Drakes and Grey Apothecaries. Erastin for turn 6, Uzgar for turn 4. Katarina will be summoned right away. There it is. The Fixer Upper coming into effect. Things are working out just as I wanted. I can actually kill the Katarina here, or one of them at least, by attacking and pulling with the Ocean Drake. You know what? I think I will. Just because I want to have one less problem in the future. He's probably going to drop down the Katarina here. And that means I am going to have to survive her somehow. I don't know how. I have to probably sacrifice one of my units to survive against to avoid taking damage against the Katarina attack. Yep. I'll go ahead and trade. It doesn't attack, really? Why? Would you choose not to attack here? That's so weird. Well, I guess I'll drop down the Uzgar and get the Chemtech Black so he has Deathless and force a trade on the Katarina. Like this. He survives with 1 HP. Deal 3 to an ally to deal 3 to an enemy. That's unfortunate. It would have been cool if we got some way to deal damage to the opponent's nexus. I suppose this is fine. Let's go ahead and trade this guy to minimize the amount of damage I take. Safety Inspector. Come for. Destroy an allied landmark to deal 3 to anything. You know what? That works. Round start. Okay. So I thought I was going to be able to kill him right away, but we have to wait There. One simple kill on the opponent's Nexus. Now, let's go ahead and hope we get some decent rewards from the Widening Shell. Sure, let's hope we get some decent rewards from the Epic Shop. Pokey Stick with Elixirs of Sorcery, Beguiling Cobra is a 5. Inheritance, more inheritances, no. Can't stop, won't stop. Allied buffs except barrier are permanent. It's not that relevant, so nope. Evolution, oh, that's great. That's massive. And I suppose I'll reroll once here. I mean, Pokestick is a very good card, so we'll take all of them. Zed with level up, so he can high roll me into Oblivion. Okay, we got Ocean Drake in our opening hand, so everything's fine. Well, he's going to play the Zed on the first turn, so maybe not. I'll play the Ocean Drake and jump block both of the opponent's units, sure. Infernal Might, so we deal a bit more damage on. And Deathless. Deathless is perfect in this situation where I'll be forced to trade my Ocean Drake. Let's go ahead and block. Stop the opponent from dealing any damage to my Nexus. We're getting massive buffs on the units in our hand. Let's go ahead and play the second Ocean Drake. Sure, Impact sounds nice. And Challenger as well. So we have more stats. It's perfect. Do I just kill the opponent here? Right. Body Blitz Scout has elusive, so he could block the Ocean Drake. It's fine. We'll kill him the turn after this one. Ooh, Karma's scary. Let's go ahead and get some more blockers. I am going to go ahead and block like this to minimize the amount of damage I take. Man, if only I had enough mana to drop down the Elder Dragon, he would be so big. But this is fine. Let's drop down the Ocean Drake, get some stuff on it, and pierce him. Oh, Ionian Tailstones. Does that have a way to survive? Ritual of Renewal. Not good enough. Discipline of Force. It's not good enough either. So the opponent just dies. Perfect. Come on. I mean, my deck's already good enough, so I need to hope for any good cards here. Doubling dice on the sharp side, however, is pretty good. Creating more copies of it means more items for a card in our board, and that's always good. Let's see. Let's toss Unscarred Riverback. Oh, you know what? Let's toss everything. back. I need some of my good units in hand. Okay, this is a pretty expensive hand we've got here, but I should be able to pull it off. Okay, we got the Ocean Drake, everything's fine. Perfect. Let's drop down the Ocean Drake. Let's go ahead and get the Infernal Might, and we get Cantep Tech Blight as well. So we should be able to just deal a bunch of damage the next turn. I might just choose not to play anything else but the Ocean Drake, so we can get another Ocean Drake the turn after this one. And maybe kill the opponent that way. If he doesn't play anything here, that is. Yeah, you know what, sure. Let's go ahead and pull like this. The opponent might have chosen not to block, but that would be way too weird. I'm pretty sure the opponent would have blocked anyway. So now I have 5 mana, but I can just drop down the Ocean Drake and end this game. Oh, really buffing up that Aurelia, are we? I guess he thinks he can win here. Maybe he's right. He needs to have something that stops my attack here for 2 mana, however. And he doesn't. I guess this deck just turned into Ocean Drake spam until the opponents lose. To be fair, it's a pretty fun strategy. And we get Titan's X on Sejuani. Sure, it's good. Duplicate on Aurelion's Soul. Let's just hope I don't get high rolled. I definitely need my Ocean Drakes. Preferably I would like an Elder Dragon in my opening hand. Do I keep the Sejuani? You know what? No, I'll toss it. I have the Usgar. Okay, I have an Ocean Drake in my opening hand, that's ideal. I have a pretty decent board. Doubling dice, doubling the White Flame Protector is fine. Let's go ahead and get X-Tech Prowess. Okay, the Oceanic Quill is a bit of a low roll. It's fine. No attacks, okay, that's to be expected. Kane. Kane's a pretty low roll as well for the opponent. Tech Blight or Mountainous Vigor? Yeah, Mountainous Vigor just for the extra attack. Makes it easier to kill the opponent. Just deal 10 damage like this. Really? You're wasting Bastion on the Kane for some reason? That's odd. Well, let's go ahead and attack with the Ocean Drakes again. I'll hold from playing the Unscarred River. I want to be able to play another Ocean Drake from the from our power. Oh right, he gets a Aurelion Soul off of this. That's unfortunate. Let's go Infernal Might. Maybe I can just kill the opponent here if I get lucky enough. 8-8, that's fine. He goes ahead and attacks. I can block like so. And I just have to get lucky with the Ocean Drake. Come on. Okay. Just a single that buff is enough to kill him. Okay, we won. And the Ocean Drake absolutely carried us to victory. Perfect. Now we just need to see what we got of our reward for beating the Aurelion Soul with the Elder Dragon. Oh right, it's one of these star vessel things. Not something that's actually exciting. Well, it was still a pretty fun run with all the duplicating of the Ocean Drakes. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Bye.